Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Tom Duffy,
Here.
Stacy Hessel,
Here.
John Righeimer,
Here.
Brian Bissonette. I do not see online, and Chris Rusk, I do not see online.
Okay, let's stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You. Okay, Madam Clerk, the certification.
This meeting has been noticed to the public and news media as required by section 19.84 of the Wisconsin statutes.
Okay, thank you. And the meeting agenda has been set. Anybody have any additions or corrections? If not, let's move on to public comments. Anybody here? Linda, you have any comments? No, anybody online?
No one online.
No, okay, we'll move on then to the approval of the minutes. In the minutes, the call to order was by myself, but actually John was you, so we'll make that correction.
All right. I don't want to be picky.
Other than that, can we have the motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second, all those in favor say aye.
All right.
Opposed, no. Very well, it's approved. Okay, let's start out with the Surrey County Ag and the Fair Association. Anybody here for any reports for that?
No, but they're still planning the barn dance for June 10th, so keep a lookout on that.
And we're all invited
We definitely are.
to dance.
I would like to see your cowboy boots and open here.
And you'll be there, of course. You lead in the crowd.
Without the
You're gonna be
boots.
the caller.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the University of Wisconsin Extension. Laura, you're on deck here.
Good morning, everyone. We had a couple people who were going to report today, but there have been a couple family emergencies, unfortunately. So we'll look forward to June, given a report for you. I did want to draw your attention. I sent some things out about spring conference from the town officials workshops. Of course, today's the day in cable. But there are some other webinars and teleconferences scheduled for May 22nd to the 25th. Various things like powers and duties of town officials, open meeting laws, public record issues. So I can make sure that that gets forwarded on to Lynn again, just in case, if you want to reference that in your meeting minutes or other ways.
Okay.
But that's all I have for you today.
Okay, thanks, Laura. Any questions, anybody? If not, let's move on. Then, Hayward Lakes Visitor and Convention Bureau. You got a big report.
All right,
Here,
good
you're on.
morning. So I have this big branding study. If you want me to kind of go through it, otherwise I could just do the highlights.
Yeah, do the highlight.
Okay. So, what we found out, things that, that surprised us, I guess. So, most of the people that are coming to Hayward are from Duluth, the Twin Cities, and Madison, because they're willing to travel, but we found out that we're kind of out of the limits for Milwaukee. So if they've traveled here before, they'll come from Milwaukee, but getting a new person from Milwaukee to come here, because it's over 300 miles, is gonna take a little effort. So that was interesting because Milwaukee is one of the biggest cities that collects our stuff, that we mail to them. And so I know they're interested in us. It's just maybe they're not gonna drive that far and get here. Anyway, and the things that they most enjoyed when they were here was nature, followed by attractions and activities. Travelers have visited Hayward Lakes and Sawyer County an average of 1 to 4 times. Among non-visitors, the lack of familiarity is the top reason for not visiting. So we got to figure out how to get the word out maybe broader than we are now. Among 7 to 10 visitors refer to the area as Northwest, or this area in Northwest Wisconsin as Hayward, with only 12% using Hayward Lakes and only 14% using Sawyer County. So we've got to really look at that. And even when I looked at my analytics, Google AdWords and all of that, people are not typing in Hayward Lakes, they're typing in Hayward when they're searching for us. So how we're moving forward is now that the survey is done, we've hired a company that will help us with the next phase. On figuring out our brand, you know, they're gonna dig in all this data and kind of tell us where we should go and what we should do. We should rename, or if we should get a new tagline, or. So that's.
Who makes that study?
Who did the study?
No, who makes that recommendation?
We hired Signifyer, they're called Signifyer, and they're right now, we're very familiar with them. They help us with our, they built our last website. They, also do social media, and they're gonna be here actually Thursday and Friday. They're bringing their team here just to, see for themselves what the area is all about and visit some different things and.
Yeah.
It'll probably take a good 6 months
Yeah,
before.
John.
Does the Chicago and Chicago suburbs, is that similar to Milwaukee? Is that the same?
Yep.
Result, I guess?
Yeah. And you have to remember, this is just a snapshot. I mean, you know, we had 300 people that they surveyed, but if you wanted more than that, you just have to pay bigger bucks. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, that was a good point price for us.
Well, I just know anecdotally, my experiences, I see over the last 20 years, less Illinois and more Minnesota. And I don't know what
And that's what
causing
this is
that,
saying.
but you know,
That's what
Being
this
from
is saying.
Illinois, I know, I was thinking lots of Chicago people
I mean, 30+ years ago.
moved here, actually,
Now, right?
Yeah,
you know.
It's the part of it I know is the proximity, but it's the buying power of the Twin Cities markets growing exponentially in the last 20 years. There's
Oh, okay.
more corporate headquarters, there's more money there now than there.
Than before. Gotcha. Makes sense.
interesting.
you know?
Yeah, so that's kind of, but I mean, you can read the whole study if you're interested in something, you know, in particular. Yeah.
Was this consistent, like your findings with the cell phone data you guys were getting? Like,
Yes,
okay.
it was.
So will you have a follow-up next month then as to what the recommendations are?
No, this is a long process, so, like I said, this company that we hired, they're gonna come and they're going to get all their data, they're gonna go through this. We also have, you know, all of our website stuff and, people who contact us, they're gonna put all that
Yeah.
together, and then they're gonna give us actually three different brands. And then the board will be able to decide the three.
Yeah.
Going
You wonder
forward.
what you can do with Milwaukee, it's 300 miles, you can't pull them closer to Hayward. No, Chicago again, what do you do? A long drive.
It is, so put our money somewhere else, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, instead of going to a Milwaukee sports show, maybe we need to do another one in Minneapolis.
Yeah, good point.
So those are the kind of recommendations I'm sure they'll give us, and
It was wonderful, it's helpful.
Yeah,
Anybody
you
have any
can have
questions?
this.
Well, I've got that,
oh,
just
little one?
highlights, yeah.
Okay.
Anything else, Sharon?
Nope.
Nope, okay, thank you. Let's go on then, Northwest Regional Planning, any news from Sharon yet? No? How about economic development?
We met for housing.
Yeah, well, a couple things, I guess, from the corporation, they're looking for a new director at this time. They did not renew the marketing contract, but are going to do some I don't know, I guess time and materials, marketing projects. Yeah, housing met and has some direction with that, and they're still working with the corporation's still working with Northwood Tech Impact 7 on that proposed housing development, housing and learning center coming to the Hayward area.
So how many directors you have?
Well, like the executive director,
Oh, okay.
They're looking for that.
they're looking for that right now.
Because
Okay.
Kate did not renew her contract.
Really?
Correct. They do have a social on the 16th next week to do marketing. It's at the Whistle Pumpkin Stone Lake.
And what's Kate gonna do?
Good question. I don't know, but we need a director, so that's what our focus is on.
So, what do you pay for that job?
It's a full-time, I think it's 48 or 50,000 and someplace in between there.
Pressure.
But
Is there any interest in it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not the president. I think the president, Monica Johnson, has been working on that. So I'm just on the that team, but I'm not involved in the hiring process.
Okay, thank you. Let's move on to the libraries. So Molly, you're on.
Thank you. I just wanted to say Donna isn't here today because her mother's very ill in Texas. It's kind of been an on and off thing, but she's not doing too well. Just wanted to let you know, we are applying for a grant. We have to hurry. It's due June 5th. And we have some ideas. What we want to do is, it's interesting, you know, you're pointing out the nature aspect, what people are looking for. So we want to expand the nature park and trail and actually expand our story walk concept. And one of our partners is Cable Natural History Museum, of course, but we want to, in addition to having story walk, 2 pages every few feet of a child's book, we Sherrick wants us to do art projects out there, and we have a lot of ideas for the kids, so we got to get to work on that. And then I just have the usual activities going on, and summer reading is going to be starting pretty soon, so it'll be very difficult to get a hold of Ann Larson if anybody needs her because she's inundated. And on the back, I just wanted to point out a few pictures. We brought the actor, Shakespearean actor Scott Fry, he has 3 names, I forgot his first name, to the high school and the middle school for 3 performances. And, you know, it amazes me that we are able to bring the Shakespearean actor to those grade levels, because, you know, I wouldn't have been interested in that when I was in middle school. But anyway, lots of kids there. So that's pretty much it.
You have links involved this year for your Aqua Center?
They have not contacted us, but I think I'll contact him. Man's on vacation right now. Thanks for bringing that up.
And then in your notes, you had a meeting in Monaco, and is there some kind of aid program we're asking for $6 million for this
For library systems statewide.
statewide? Yeah.
It's a whole statewide thing, and there are meetings all over the state, and we just happen to be closest to Minocqua.
Does that look like you'll get some money out of that?
We don't know yet, but it was well received, and shoot, I can't remember her name, but one of the constituents even put on the iHeart Library button that one of us gave to her. It's pretty promising. And the library system money, the more they get from the state, you know, that will help keep their requests down from all the counties.
Yeah.
Throughout the state. So that's why we were
Okay.
down there, over there.
Okay, good. Thanks, Molly. Anybody have any questions? If not, well, let's move on to motorized trail, and we have a note from Kathy. She's not going to be here today. And I passed out a note from Ben from the Brookie. The only news there is they've opened up for the 50th anniversary of the Brookminer and made 3,500 applications the first week. So obviously the snow's gone, and looking forward to a big next year for the Brookminer. Okay, and how about broadband update?
The couple things there, let's get the date. Tomorrow morning is the PSC's holding listening sessions around the state, and there's one here at Seven Winds Casino at 8:30. That's an internet listening session, Internet for All. It's kind of the precursor as part of the grant that was out last month that we were awarded. That's part of that. And then the Visions Northwest, that's coordinating the regional grant. They're meeting after that. I don't have the time or location. That's here in town as well tomorrow after the public hearing.
So how do we look as far as covering the county?
I think we'll get the regional group. That's part of their job now, is to kind of look at the whole region.
Yeah.
county by county and see what the coverage is.
Okay, how about your map? How's that coming?
Pretty slow right now.
Okay.
We're not getting all the blocks that we wanted from each of the telephone companies. I mean, we've got some of them, but we're missing a couple key pieces in the middle.
Okay.
To show what's covered or what's going to be covered with the upcoming projects.
Okay, this may not be yours, but what's going on with the nursery? Is that,
Nothing right now.
No.
Kind of poking around with that, but really haven't got anything going yet.
okay,
We're hoping to get some help at the state level to get the DNR to sit down with us and talk about what they're doing there.
okay. And then past years, we've always talked about the farmer's market. Is that going this year? or-
Yeah, it starts next week. No, it starts in May.
Soon,
Yeah.
end of month.
Yeah,
The same.
That's
same-
Gloria
Same
Sheehan.
place?
yep, at the lumberjack goal, and it's
Yeah.
Gloria Sheehan is the
Yeah.
contact for that.
Okay, let's move on then to the Historical Society.
Well, we're getting ready for summer.
Good.
June 1st, we go to our summer hours. We gotta clean the place up this month. Also, we'll be parking cars for the lumberjack show again. And I think we make a lot of friends there. We're the closest place to park and we charge $3. And we allow the people to come and go for that $3. Allow them to use the bathrooms, visit the museum, whatever they like. We also have a new book that we just got that's quite interesting. It's called Charlie. And it's about the caretaker at Capone's hideout, as it was called. Which Capone never owned it. And when he went there, it was just the main lodge, and he was in charge of all the other buildings being put up. And I say it wasn't Capone's, but the man's name was, I think, Gross, that built it, one of his names. He was one of Capone's men. And the only time we know of them from this book that Capone was there is when they planned the St. Valentine's Day massacre. They did that here. And then as people started getting killed off, which the gentleman who owned it got killed off, then it was purchased by Edward O'Hare, who was Capone's lawyer, instrumental in sending him to prison for tax evasion. And this Edward O'Hare, I don't know if you've heard of it, his son was Butch O'Hare, who O'Hare Airport is named after. Big naval hero, first Navy man to win the Medal of Honor or to become an ace. And Charlie that owned it, his son and daughter, like they built and operated the Keystone Bar in Coudray, one of those fieldstone buildings, and the Pixie Club, so it was all very interesting.
Is that book for sale then?
Yeah, it's $15.
At
We
the-
have them at the museum. We only have 5, but we can get more.
Ooh, yeah, we need
Yeah,
it.
get in the library.
But it is very interesting if you read it.
Now, in the paper, they earlier covered about a lumber wagon you're gonna get or something.
Yeah, it's in Guy Houston's garage, the big sled. And hopefully we'll get it out there in the front lawn this year. And have it loaded with logs. That's all been donated.
And
So,
that's located right between your building and the highway?
yeah, up on the grassy area.
Yeah.
You know, right in front of the building, faced by the highway, so everybody will be able to see it.
Do you have a problem with people, children climbing on the logs? And
I don't know. We haven't put it up yet. I hope not.
yeah, I do too.
It'll be on there and they'll be chained on and secure, I hope. And it won't be those huge loads like you see in the picture. It'll be a normal.
Good.
When you saw all those pictures of these huge loads,
Yeah.
after they took that picture, they took those logs off. 'Cause the
Oh.
horses went over.
Well, there you go. Mystery solved. Always wondered about that.
Yeah, no, that was just for the camera.
Do you guys give tours for the school, for the local schools? Do you have them come into the?
Yeah, we do. We've had the school right next to us, of course, they send classes over and some of the other ones were there last year. We had like 3 different groups came in one day from. So we encourage it.
So what are your summer hours?
Hmm?
What are your hours?
Comes, well, right now it's just Thursdays 10 to 2, but come June 1st, our summer hours through Labor Day. We're open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, noon to 4.
Okay.
Or by appointment. If you call the museum and get the answering machine, my name and phone number are on there, and I can come in like end of this next week. I've got some Kimberly Dunster, coming in with they had the Dunster store here.
Okay.
So she's coming in to look things up. And so we do make, special appointments for any group or even one person.
You have any fundraising going on now?
Right now, no. We did, we made a total of $26,000 on that last one that Ashton, the high school kid, did for us.
You made 26,000?
$26,000 he raised for us.
I'd keep him on the payroll.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. I didn't think it'd be anything like that. And then we do the parking for the lumberjack show, and we only make $400 or $500. It's more of a goodwill thing, We want people not to come here and feel they're being fleeced. We like to promote goodwill. We get a lot of people Park West every year.
Have you thought about charging more than that, though?
Hmm?
If you charge $5, do you think? Would that be something
Well,
worthwhile?
we like it like this. And of course, we're also right next to the school and they take a free will offering. So,
Yeah, competition.
yeah, but it's been $3 since I've been doing it. I think this will be my 25th year parking the cars, and it's always been $3. And a lot of people give us more than that. I mean, I've had them give us $5, $10. One lady went and used the bathroom, left a $20 donation, so we make enough.
You're making
money.
more than $3,
It's-
yeah.
And goodwill, so that's our idea.
Excellent.
But after 25 years, it's probably due for a raise. Okay, thank you. Anybody have any questions? Okay, let's move on. So how about future items for the agenda? Anything we ought to throw on the agenda for the? Maybe we can find out what's going on with the farmers market. If there's anything we should do to help or not, I guess it's. Who's running that? Who's in charge?
Gloria Sheehan.
Yeah. So that's good. Okay, you guys have anything else you want to raise, put on the agenda? Andy? Okay, thanks for coming.
Thank
See you
you.
next month.